Welcome back, mathematicians. We're back and we're going to do a little bit of review on complex numbers. Mostly I say review because it might be a new subject for some of you guys. It's going to be just combining of like terms, okay? So I'm going to take a look at the easiest kind of situation where I have a 3 plus 2i and a plus 4 minus I, all right? And I'm going to remind you that our definition, we have two of them. One of them was I is equal to square root of -1, which is a fine definition, but I prefer the I squared is equal to -1, and it's going to come up very quickly here for us why that definition's a little bit better. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with this guy. We're going to do combine like terms, okay? So everything's just adding together. So I'm going to combine like terms. 3 plus 4. That's going to give me a 7. So that's going to be just a 7. Then I'm going to combine my terms with I. So 2i, negative I. That's going to leave me with just an I. Okay? So again, I'm just combining like terms, and if you want to see it maybe written out a little bit more, I could do that. Plus 4 minus I, and I combine like terms, and there you go. Okay, so let's look at one. A little different. This one has a minus, not a problem. Minusing these two things. Do one extra step, not a problem. First thing I'm going to do is 2 plus I. I'm going to distribute that negative. So I'm going to end up with a plus -3, minus 3i, okay? And then I go through the same steps as above where I'm just combining like terms. So then I have a positive 2, -3, so that's going to give me a -1. I have a positive I have a minus 3i, that's going to give me a minus 2i, okay? Nothing too surprising there. Like I said, it's supposed to be a little bit of a review. Let's make it orange. Orange is fine. All right, so for this guy, we're just going to use distributive property. And for our distributive property, again, we're going to treat it like an x except for the very end. So I'm going to start here. 4 times 3 is going to give me a 12. And then I'm going to go 2i. I like to have my I terms in the middle. So 3 times 2i is going to give me a plus 6i. And then I have a 5i times 4, which is going to give me 20i. And lastly, I have a 2i times 5i, both positive. So I'm going to get a plus 10i squared. I get I times I squared. All right. Then I'm going to combine like terms. That thing is equivalent, and that is equal to 12 plus 26i, because I can combine those two like terms, plus 10i, and then finally, or 10i squared. And finally, I could take this I squared, because I remember my definition, right? My definition is I squared is equal to -1. I want to replace I squared with a -1. So then I'll get 12 plus 26i plus 10, and I substitute in a -1 for my I squared. Nothing too surprising. Okay, let's work that out. Plus 26i minus 10. Hey, look at that. Scroll down here. Let's see here. And then I can, again, combine like terms. I have a positive 12. I have a negative 10. Combine those two guys together. That should be a 2 plus 26i. Done. Okay? So that's going to be those three guys. I hope this helps. Hopefully you guys are ready for your tests coming up soon. And good luck. Thanks.